Today, I replayed Tim Tebow's career in college football 25. Coming in as an 87 overall true freshman, he will be the team's starting quarterback over DJ Lagway. And in week 1, we will have to play at Sam Houston State. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, and here we are at Sam Houston State in week 1, getting ready for the re-debut of the new quarterback of the Florida Gators, Tim Tebow, who got the starter job over DJ Lagway here in the 2025 season as the Bearcats trot onto the field. And here come the Gators with the re-debuting Tim Tebow, the true freshman, here at Bauer Stadium. And here comes drive number 1 for the Florida Gators. Is Tim Tebow gonna drop back? Throw caught by the wrong receiver. I don't think he meant to throw to him, but it's caught by Arliss Boardingham, the tight end. Already an 8-yard pass on his first play as a re-Gator, I guess you could say. And here we are to Gavin Hill, and that's a first down, Florida. Tim Tebow already out to a good start. Gonna go with the play action here. Possibly gonna roll right. Now he's gonna roll left. Can't find an open receiver. Gonna have to throw it away. Tim Tebow drops back. Sacked. As soon as I saw an open receiver, he got sacked. And that's going to be 3rd and long. Not a good way to start out this game at Sam Houston State. Tim Tebow going to drop back, and he's going to be sacked again. The Florida Gators offense is not looking good as he gets sacked twice in a row. And not a good punt to help either. Got the ball back after the defense allowed a touchdown from Sam Houston State. As we're going to go with the play action, and Tebow's going to get sacked again. This offensive line has collapsed 3 plays in a row. We just cannot be allowing that type. And it's going to be caught. Nope, dropped by Spirito. And it's going to leave 3rd and 20. Can Tebow possibly have a big throw in him? And he does! It's caught for a first down as Tebow throws a dot to Marcus Burke. And that's a Gators first down. Tebow with play action. Gonna roll right. Incomplete. Try to find Arliss Boardingham on the throw. You know, Tim Tebow is mostly known for using his legs. Let's see what Tebow can do here on the ground. He's gonna find the edge to the right, and he's gonna be short of the first down. And that's not good stats right there on the ground. Negative 19 yards because of the sacks. And we're gonna have to try and QB sneak this. And Tebow's going to get it. Alright, 2nd and 5 here. Going to go with another play action. Going to go deep here. And it's going to be incomplete, as nobody wants to catch here today. Tim Tebow, 3rd and 5. And he's going to find a wide open receiver down the left side of the field. It's going to be Arliss Boardingham, who might be one of his new favorite targets, as he already has 2 receptions in the first quarter. Tim Tebow looking to tie up the game here. 1st and 10. And it's going to be into the end zone. Touchdown, Aiden Mizell from Tim Tebow as he hits the gritty. And that's the first touchdown of Tim Tebow's new career. All right, let's get 1 or 2 more drives in, and we'll simulate and watch a little bit of the Tebow. He's going to go over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Should have been picked off, really. Tebow going to drop back, find an open receiver over the middle. And they're going to get nothing on that play, it looked like. Big 3rd down here for the Gators. Tebow all alone in the backfield. Going to drop back. Find an open hole over the middle, and he's going to run and take it as Tebow picks up a big first down. All right, here we are, 2nd and 8. Tebow going to go with play action. Incomplete. Bad pass. All right, big 3rd down. And that's to Arliss Boardingham, who was wide open. Here we go, 1st and 10 now. Going to go with another play action. And he's going to throw this into double coverage. And it's going to be incomplete again. Kind of man in motion to the right. And Tebow wanted to take this up the middle, but he's going to get sacked. Big 3rd down right here for Florida. He's going to heave it deep. And it's going to be incomplete. And Florida, again, is going to have to punt against Sam Houston State. We need to score 1 more touchdown ourselves before we can watch the rest of Tim Tebow's game. And that's going to be way overthrown. 2nd and 10 now. Tebow going to roll left. It's going to be incomplete. Had the pressure on him. And that's going to be intercepted. Tim Tebow's first interception in year one, and it's not a good one. Come on, we need a big play for a touchdown. I've been playing like garbage so far. Gonna go deep to Aiden Mizell downfield, and it's just not gonna get out there. Tebow gonna drop back, try and throw it to Mizell again, and he's gonna catch it. Nope, it's gonna be incomplete, and that's gonna take us to halftime, 7-7. All right, here we go. Tebow's first drive as being played by the computer, because I obviously don't know how to play this game. And he's gonna go with a jet sweep to the left, and that's gonna pick up about 7 yards. Gonna go with a play action here. Gonna roll left, and he's gonna get sacked for a loss of about 6 there. That's gonna bring up 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 now for Tebow. Gonna drop back. Gonna throw over the middle. Incomplete. That should have been a pick. And the Gators are gonna have to punt right back to the Bearcats, as Tebow, either played by me or the computer, still hasn't played well. So don't blame it all on me, folks. I might be bad, but it's not all my fault. All right, and Sam Houston State scored on us Gators again. So let's see if Tebow can tie it up, and he's going to go with a handoff. Only going to be a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. Going to go with another handoff, this time to the right. And he's got some room as he's pushed out near the 45. All right, here we are. 1st and 10. First play of the 4th quarter. Down a touchdown as Tebow is going to hand the ball off. And he's only going to get about 2. Tebow gonna hand it off again and get about 4. 3rd and 6 for Florida here in the 4th quarter. You need a touchdown, and he's gonna go with a handoff again, and it's gonna work, and it pays off as the Gators get a huge first down. I believe that was Jacoby Jackson. This Tebow here is gonna hand the ball off again. 2nd and 4, gonna go with another handoff. 3rd and inches. What's Tebow gonna do? And holy shit, he's gonna do another handoff. 1st and 10 here in the red zone for the Florida Gators here in the 4th quarter, down a touchdown. Let's see what Tebow's gonna do, and he's gonna do another handoff. Here we are, 2nd and 10. Tebow. Or here we are, 3rd and 9 here in the red zone. Tebow's gonna drop back, down a touchdown. He's gonna throw over the middle, incomplete. And the Gators are gonna have to go for a field goal. And it's no good. Insane. The Gators have only scored 7 here. And they are just not looking good as it bounces off the uprights. As the Gators need to complete a comeback drive here to tie it. And he's going to go with a handoff and a stupid idea. And they're going to lose 2. And he's going to drop back. Going to throw over the middle. And that's going to bring up 4th and 3. Tebow drops back. He's going to throw over the middle. Caught! First down! Touchdown! Gators! The Gators scored touchdown, and they are an extra point away from tying it up. After all the running plays because the coach didn't trust him, Tebow finally proves the coach wrong as he throws an absolute dot to his favorite receiver thus far, Arliss Boardingham. And they are just an extra point away from tying this thing up, 14 apiece. Kick is up, and it is good. And with a turnover by the Florida Gators defense, it gives Florida the ball in the red zone with just 2.5 minutes remaining in the game. Tebow's going to go with a play action with the RPO. Touchdown, Florida! And just one play, the pass to Aiden Mizell as he hits the Heisman pose. Big aspirations for Mizell. And the Gators are about to take a 7-point lead over the Bearcats. And the Florida Gators hold on defensively as they pull one out that could have been a shocker here in Sam Houston State. Tim Tebow, not great over the air, but a decent game. Enough to win them the victory as he tries to prove his coach wrong as a true freshman. He gets the job done, and the Gators win. In this game, Tebow was 13 for 28, 146 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. And on the ground, negative 10 yards. So let's hope that Tebow can get a better start to the year on the ground. And after Tim Tebow had a really good game against USF, going 19 for 26, 221, 2 touchdowns, and 26 yards on the ground. Not still what we're hoping for in the running game for Tebow. It's time to play at Miami. Here we are in Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami as the fans are throwing up the U as the Hurricanes come trotting out on the field, getting ready to face off against their rivals whom they beat last season, the Florida Gators, in the rematch, this time in Miami, as the #1 ranked Hurricanes get ready for a fight with the Gators. For Tim Tebow's first drive against Miami, let's see what he does. He's going to go with a handoff, and that's going to get stuffed up as they're going to lose 2 yards. Fighting for 2nd and 8 here. Tim Tebow drops back and a throw over the middle. Caught? No, incomplete. He dropped it late. 3rd and 12 now. Don't want to go 3 and out, especially this far back against Miami. Gonna go deep. Way incomplete. That had no chance of being completed. And the Gators are gonna go ahead and punt the ball away to the Hurricanes. The Miami Hurricanes only picked up 3 points on their drive, so the Florida Gators have an opportunity to tie it or take the lead here as Tim Tebow is gonna go play action. And he's going to toss it out to, I think that's Arliss Boardingham. As he's going to go with another play action. Roll to the left. Caught, but there is a flag down. Let's see what it is. It's going to be a pass interference on the defense. So anyway, that's going to be a first down for Florida. And that's going to put them all the way out to the Miami 42-yard line. And Florida's driving downfield, as they're going to go with another play-action pass. Tebow wanted to take it on the ground, but he's going to get sacked for a loss of 3. Under 3 minutes here in the first quarter. Tim Tebow going to go with a handoff up to the left. Going to get about 4. Trayon Webb. Big 3rd down, 3rd and 9 here for Florida on the 41. Tebow, pressure, going to throw on the screen. It's caught, and he's just going to be a yard short of the first. And they're going to bring the kicking team. And I believe this might be Trey Smack. I'm not sure if he still has an extra year of eligibility compared to last year, but the kick is up, and it's good. The Gators tie up the game against the Hurricanes. Hold Miami to 0 points there. See what Tebow can do. Gonna go with another play action. Gets the block from the halfback. It's caught on stride. 40, 45, and he's gonna get tackled at the 33-yard line. I was looking at the wrong yard markers, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter after Tebow put it into Miami territory. And the Gators are good in the air, but can't move the ball on the ground. Tim Tebow all alone in the shotgun. Going to drop back. Going to throw right. Caught. First down and then some. Going to take it out to the 14-yard line. Arliss Boardingham, who has 2 receptions on the day. Tebow 1st and 10. Going to go with a handoff. And that's going to be a Gators touchdown as they take the lead at Miami. As we come back, and in the fourth quarter, the Gators have a 20-3 lead against Miami on a big 3rd down, as they're just going to go with a handoff. And that's going to put them into field goal territory with the run to Trayon Webb, as Tebow has led some really nice touchdown drives. The kick is up, and it is good, extending the lead to 20 at Miami. And Miami drives downfield, cutting the lead to 13, but Florida's just going to try and kill the clock here, as they're going to go with a handoff up the middle to Trayon Webb. Coach doesn't seem to trust Tebow to pass the ball, obviously. Don't want to risk a turnover. I think it's time we come into the game and start cutting down the clock for ourselves, as we're just going to hand it off to Trayon Webb, and that's going to be a touchdown. They want us to go for 2 points. See what Tebow can do on the 2-point conversion. As there's a wide open, guess who? Arliss Boardingham, as the 2-pointer is good. As Miami would go on to score just only 1 more touchdown, the Florida Gators come into Miami, shock the college football world as they start 3-0, and they defeat the Miami Hurricanes, the #1 ranked Miami Hurricanes, this time being led by Tim Tebow. Tebow in this game wasn't really that great. 9 for 17, 141 and a touchdown. But on the ground, he improves. 9 rushes for 69 yards. All right, and as we sim 6 games into our schedule, the Florida Gators are 4-2, as they picked up a loss against Mississippi State and Texas in back-to-back weeks. Tim Tebow, though, so far on the season, 102 for 170, 1,379 yards, 13 touchdowns to just 3 picks. And on the ground, 43 carries for 150 yards, 4 touchdowns. So not completely awful thus far. So we're going to get into our next game, this time being against one of the biggest rivals in Florida Gators history. Alright, and to open up the game, the Gators are going to be down 7-0. But we're going to come in and play as Tebow for a couple of drives, see if we can try and get a couple of touchdowns. Going to go with a play action on a wide open Boardingham for a gain of 7. 2nd and 3 for the Gators. Going to be another play action as he has a wide open receiver, but it's just way off the money. And no wonder this Florida Gators coach has no trust in Tebow passing the ball. Just an actually awful throw there. As he's gonna throw an interception, and that's gonna be a pick 6 for the Georgia Bulldogs. As he had a wide open man, and then he just made a bad read. And this is not a good way to start off against the Georgia Bulldogs, especially when you're now down 2 possessions. And the Gator fans aren't too excited over this. Let a play action really could have been a pick right there. This is going to bring up 2nd and 10. Tebow's going to be all alone here in the backfield. Going to find a wide open Harless Boardingham. You're going to be hearing that name a lot in this video today. This is going to be a first down Gators. See if there's going to be anybody wide open, and he's going to take a sack. Probably should have thrown that away. 2nd and 17, all alone in the backfield again. And that's going to be swatted down, way incomplete. Not a good way to start out against Georgia. As Tebow's going to drop back, throw over the middle, intercepted again. As he had nobody open on that play. That was probably the best way to go. And it's still not going to work out. I guess we can go for one more drive here on first down, but this is already an absolute beatdown for the ages. And that's going to be another interception as Tebow tries to chase after him. That's 3 interceptions, and trust me, I'm having absolutely no fun with stinking up the game with Tebow, but he's already stunk up the game himself as he's going to try and get Boardingham wide open on the streak, and it's just overthrown. And Tebow is just not having a good game. I honestly think he might get benched for DJ Lagway here. Incomplete again. Here we go, 3rd and 10. Not a great way to start the game. And it's incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th and 10, down 28-0. And I honestly understand if Tebow would want to transfer after this type of beatdown. The Gators are down 35-0 here in Jacksonville. And he's going to take another sack as there was not another man open. This Gators defense just can't, or offense just cannot move the ball. He's going to get sacked again. 3rd and 27 now. Hit on the throw. And that's going to end up leading to another bad pass. I'm going to try and give it one more drive. And if we just don't score here, I'm going to have to sim the rest of this game because we just cannot move. And that's actually insane. An incomplete pass as the Gators have only got 4 total yards of offense this game. 2nd and 10. Going to try and go on the short routes. It's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 10, and I've never seen a beatdown this bad before. In any Florida Gators game, and there was pressure on them. You got to go for it in this circumstance, right? You got nothing left to lose. Hopefully we can find one of the fast receivers open, and that's going to be incomplete. And Tebow would finally find the end zone only once this game, as the Georgia Bulldogs absolutely put a beatdown on the Florida Gators. And this is not a good look for Tim Tebow to start out his freshman year. As Tebow went 12 for 33, 160, a touchdown, 3 picks, and only -1 yard on the ground. Alright, here we are in rivalry week as we're getting ready to host the number 13th ranked Florida State Seminoles. But this Gator team is just 6-5. Let's look at Tebow's season stats thus far. 187 for 317, 23 touchdowns, 7 picks, 2,500 yards, and on the ground, 314 yards for 2 touchdowns and a fumble. So not great on the ground, kind of decent passing-wise. Let's go ahead and get ready for this rivalry game against the Florida State Seminoles. Here we are in Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. It's a night game. There's no other better thing than this in college football, whether this Florida Gators team is good or bad. This swamp crowd is always rocking as the crowd's wearing blue, as the boys are in blue and the boys are back. The 6-5 Florida Gators being led by true freshman quarterback Tim Tebow, getting ready to face against the Florida State Seminoles. All right, 1st and 10 for Tebow's first play. All alone in the backfield. Gonna find a wide open Boardingham. Like I said, you're gonna hear that name a lot today. Tebow all alone in the backfield again on 1st and 10. And that's gonna be a flag, probably gonna be holding, as I believe that was incomplete. But hopefully this Gators team can create enough size on the ground, and Tebow's gonna take it on his feet, and he's gonna run, and he's gonna get 11. That's gonna bring up 2nd and 9. Not bad right there. 2nd and 9. After the scramble, and he's going to find a wide open, I believe, Trayon Webb on the wheel route. Going to go with the option. The option play to Trayon Webb, and it works, as they're going to get again at 15. 1st and 10. Tebow looking to prove something. He wants to prove that he should still be the starter at Florida, as it's going to be incomplete, as that really should have been caught. 2nd and goal now for this Gators team. You're in the red zone. And that's going to go out the back of the end zone. 3rd and goal now. All right, 3rd and goal for Florida. Tim Tebow, and he's going to get sacked. Not a good way to start this game. This Florida Gators offensive line has been terrible. But out comes the field goal team. Kick is up, and it's no good. Just a little bit too much to the right. Thankfully, the Florida defense was able to stop this Florida State offense, and they're going to get the ball back and in good field position, and that's going to be a gain of 3 to the backup tight end. I believe that was Gavin Hill. Going to go with a play action here, and going to get sacked, as this offensive line can't protect for nothing. Going to drop back. And that should have been intercepted, as that was just a bad throw by Tebow. And the field goal team's going to come back on, and that's going to be an absolutely insanely bad field goal. And that just looks like he absolutely shanked it. All right, 1st and 10. Tebow back on the field, still down 3 points. And that's going to be a 1st down for Florida, out to Gavin Hill for the 1st down. And speaking of Gavin Hill, he throws a dot out to him. And that is a big play, as that puts Florida in the red zone. And that's going to be intercepted, as they knew that they were just going to be throwing it there. And this one's probably going to go back for 6 all the way out. And that's going to be a 83-yard pick 6. And wow. Tim Tebow might want to transfer after this game. They drove downfield, but somehow weren't able to get any points, as that's going to be caught for a good 1st down. And here goes the Florida Gators offense this time, going with the high-octane offense. And Tebow's going to get hit as he throws. That really should have been a sack. 1st and 10. Caught. And that's going to be 3rd and inches. Does get the 10 yards, though. Going to go with the play action here. And he's going to keep it. And he's going to get some space as Tebow takes it out for a nice gain and a nice 1st down. Going to go play action. And he's going to keep it himself, as he tried to juke him out, as you can't juke when you're running around, which I think is something stupid. EA, please fix that. He just does not get anything there. And it's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 13 now. And Tebow wants to go deep. One-on-one coverage in the end zone. Incomplete. The kicker has been unreliable, 0 for 2. So the Gators offense is going to go for it here on 4th and 13. And that's going to be a wide open Arliss Boardingham touchdown on the 4th down conversion. What a dot from Tebow. As Arliss Boardingham has undoubtedly become the MVP of this team. A minute 44 left. Let's see if this Gators team can grab some more points before halftime. And he's going to get it out to Arliss Boardingham again, as he seems to be the only person open, and he's a tight end. This time it's going to be Jacoby Jackson for the first down. 1st and 10. Hit as he throws, but it's going to be caught for a gain of 6 now, as this Gators offense is going to show a little bit of hurry up. And he's going to keep it himself. Going to try and get a couple of blocks, but he's going to get hit hard, as he's going to get the Gators first down. With a minute remaining here in the second quarter. And that's going to be caught by Boardingham for the first down. As Tebow's been having a pretty decent first half. 200 yards already. 1st and 10. And that's going to be intercepted. I jinxed it. Oh no, and this one's going to go all the way back too, isn't it? As Tebow is going to try and catch up to him. But the hawk is not going to work. Touchdown, Florida State. The Gators down 10 points here in the third quarter. They need to get a good scoring drive right here. And that's cut. Wow. Another just bad throw, as at least Tebow got the tackle. At least they got held to a field goal, as the receiver had a little bit of space, but Tebow just kind of stopped there. And that's picked again. Tebow gonna try and get something here, as he's gonna get hit on the throw. As these defenses against Florida have just been relentless in the pressure to Tebow. And they do it again. All right, 3rd and 14. And that's gonna be incomplete. See if we can get any receiver to burn someone. And that's gonna be incomplete. And I didn't see it fit to finish this game, as this was an absolute blowout against the Florida Gators, and Florida's going to go 6-6. They're just barely going to be bowl eligible, and I'm not even going to play in that bowl game. I honestly don't think that this team deserves to play in a bowl game after this, except for the Miami game. Just absolutely awful season. But Tebow went 20 for 39, 274, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, with 34 yards on the ground. And surprisingly, Jalen Milroe transferred from the University of Alabama to Texas to win the Heisman Trophy, as the Florida Gators are going to face off Deion Sanders' Colorado Buffaloes in the Texas Bowl. I'm not going to play that game. And the Florida Gators had an absolutely unbelievable, dominant game against the Colorado Buffaloes, as Tebow had a career all-timer, going 25 for 35, 237, 5 passing touchdowns, and 35 yards on the ground, as they defeated the Buffaloes 41-3 to finish the season 7-6 in Tebow's freshman year. Which means Tim Tebow will finish his freshman year at Florida going 232 for 391, 30 passing touchdowns, 11 interceptions, for 3,011 passing yards, and on the ground he did get a decent 385 rushing yards, but only 2 rushing touchdowns. I really wish that we would have seen a little bit more from Tebow there. And here we are, Tim Tebow, year 2, true sophomore, decides to stay with the Florida Gators team. His overall went up just a little bit, but DJ Lagway slowly at the number 2 spot, ready to take the starting job when necessary. Alright, let's get ready for game number 1 in year 2. Alright, a field goal already in the first 40 seconds here, as this Gators offense is going to come on for the... Wow, okay, that's cool. And that's going to end up being a sack because my controller died. Cool, cool. There's a flag. And the pass interference call on the defense is going to save the ass of the Florida Gators. And hopefully that teaches them a lesson to not let their controller die. And that's going to be almost intercepted off to Karam. And that really could have gone bad. 2nd and 10 now. I'm going to go with a normal pass. Wow, that really should have been intercepted, but it also should have been a wide open play, as Tebow cannot throw the ball. Here we go, 3rd and 10 now. And that's caught. 1st down, finally a completed pass. Tim Tebow just needs a little bit of, I don't know what Tebow needs at this point, as he tried to throw to a wide open receiver, but he was under pressure. That's the one thing that these defenses love to do, and that's put Tebow under pressure. And that's caught. Arliss Boardingham, huge 1st down, all the way downfield. Tebow's looking for a passing touchdown here. And touchdown, Florida. I don't know who that was, number 10. I'm an idiot. Oh, that's Tank Hawkins. And NC State gets a touchdown. Gonna go play action here. And Tebow's gonna take it himself. Only gonna get a gain of 8. And this crowd is loud. Why does it say number 26? I thought it was only top 25 toughness ranks. Anyways, 2nd and 8. As I don't know what receiver icon that is. And Tebow's going to go down with a sack. And look at how squiggly these receiver lines are. And he's going to go deep. And that's going to be swatted down. NC State grabs 3. Hopefully the Gators offense can score a touchdown and maybe take a 1-point lead here. I don't know what Tebow was doing. I don't know why he did that. I had a perfect opportunity to run it out and grab a couple of yards on the ground, but apparently we're not doing that today. Tebow gonna be sacked again. Tebow, if I were you, I'd just transfer, damn it. 3rd and 17. That number seems to be popping up a lot more and more every year, and that's gonna be incomplete. And NC State grabs a touchdown, putting Florida under by 2 possessions. And that's going to be a huge play out to Trayon Webb on the halfback wheel route. And he breaks a tackle and he takes it out to the 14. And that's going to be in the red zone in NC State territory. And a huge play by Tebow to Trayon Webb. And out to Aiden Mizell. That's going to be a Gators 1st down. 1st and goal. Let's see what this play can do. Going to go with the fake jet sweep keeper with the quarterback, and Tim Tebow takes it in for his first rushing touchdown of the season. Florida down 6 points with an opportunity to take the lead here. And it's a dot out of Tank Hawkins, who tries to juke between 2 men, but it's not going to work. But he does get a huge gain on the play. And this Florida offense looks a tad bit better than last season's, as he gets out to Tank Hawkins again for another Florida 1st down. 1st and 10. Gonna go play action, as I don't know who that receiver is, but gonna get it out to Boardingham. That's just fine. Let's try that touchdown play that we got with Tebow earlier. When in doubt, do it again. Tebow trying to follow a couple of blockers, and it works again. Touchdown. Tebow's 2nd rushing touchdown of the day, as Tim Tebow hits the gritty. And NC State came back and scored again. And try to get the spin move with the big man, but it's not going to work here. It's going to be 2nd and 6. And it's going to be out to Arliss Boardingham for the 1st down. Tebow having a decent game so far. Going to go with one of my favorite plays of the game. And that's a huge play out to Smith. I don't know who that is. I think that might be a transfer. CJ Smith. the senior wide receiver. I didn't look at any of the transfer portal stuff, so good for this Gators team. He's going to take it out to Boardingham again. And you know what they say? When in doubt, do it again. Let's see if we can get Tim Tebow's third rushing touchdown of the day. Tebow going to follow his blockers, and he's going to do it again. Tim Tebow's third rushing touchdown. All right, 1st and 10 now. With the lead, you don't want to make any harsh decisions, and that's going to be incomplete. You don't want to risk an interception here, as that wouldn't be good at all. It's going to be caught for a gain of 6. 3rd and 4 now. Big 3rd down. It's going to be caught. 1st down. Tank Hawkins. Now I imagine from here it's time to run the ball a little bit and kill a little bit of clock. They're going to go with the handoff up the middle to Treyon Webb. 2nd and 1. Go with another handoff. This time, going to get the first. Tried to get the juke, but it's not going to work. Going to lose a yard. Could have not been a good decision here. But they are killing clock with it. 2nd and 11. At the Tank Hawkins. Complete for a gain of 9. But this is going to be a big 3rd down and 2. And Treyon Webb is going to get just enough for the 1st down. And it's going to be a handoff to Treyon Webb, but there is going to be a flag on the play. It's going to be holding. Yep, and that play is going to get called back. Just try and play that play that we did earlier and see if we can get it good again. Treyon Webb gets nowhere until the 2-minute warning as he found an open receiver, but the pressure got to him. 3rd and 18. And it's going to go out to Boardingham, but it's going to be intercepted. And that's going to be NC State ball. And thankfully, the Florida defense gets a turnover as we get the ball back right in the red zone. And NC State's going to start calling timeouts. Big 3rd down right here. 3rd and goal. And that's going to be a touchdown, Florida, as they're going to take a 2-possession lead. And the Florida Gators come into NC State and win 36-26. And undoubtedly Tebow's best game since he's returned as a Gator. 300 passing yards, 5 total touchdowns. I don't think it gets any better than that for Tebow, but we shall see. All right, here we are, week 5, 2-1 against the 3-1, number 8 Oklahoma Sooners. But first, let's look at Tebow's stats through the first 3 games of the season. And he's looking pretty more decent than he is from last year. 66 for 90, 9 touchdowns to just the 1 interception, 937 yards. And on the ground, also 55 yards for 3 touchdowns. So we need to see some more on the ground stuff for Tim Tebow as we head into our second playable game. All right, 1st and 10 in the orange and blue. Gonna go here, gonna get sacked as there was, I don't know, I think triangle was open, but I didn't see it until the end. 2nd and 14 here. And that's going to be picked. Awful throw. Just my fault. Actually just my fault. All right, new set of downs. Defense was able to hold them. This might be an opportunity to get some yards on the ground. He tried to juke a man as he gets 9 on the play. Tim Tebow going to drop back. Pressure. Sacked. There's nothing you can do with this offensive line. It's actually garbage. They can't block for longer than 2 seconds. Gonna try and roll right, throw, pressure, almost sacked. 3rd and 18, as this Gators offense just can't seem to get anything because of the immediate pressure. And that really could have been caught, but he got hit hard. Gators defense was able to hold Oklahoma to nothing on that drive again. Finds an open receiver, and it's Aiden Mizell, and a huge play and a touchdown for the Gators. 80 yards, One play, and the Gators take the lead and first blood against the Sooners as Albert shakes his little Gator tail. And what a dot from Tebow to Mizell. And an absolutely crazy play. Gators were able to hold them to 0 points again. Let's see what the offense will do. And he's going to get it out to Aiden Mizell again. Back-to-back dots for touchdowns from Tebow to Aiden Mizell. And he's going to hit the gritty in response. Oklahoma answers back with a touchdown finally. And now the Gators are on a roll. As he's going to get this one out to Tank Hawkins for a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. Going to roll right. He's going to grab this one on the ground himself, get pushed out of bounds. On the throw, and that's going to be picked. Man, he had a good receiver open, just a bad throw by Tebow. And surprisingly, Florida's defense has held their own today. As realistically, oh my god, bad throw as that almost was intercepted. As realistically, Oklahoma should have the lead by now. Wow, awful control of the player in this game. Thanks, EA, for, I don't know. 3rd and 17. A lot of third down and longs in this series, and almost trying to avoid the safety as that's going to be incomplete. Florida was able to get 3 points before halftime as they're going to get the ball back here after halftime. And that's going to be a play out. Holy cow, and the speed, I believe by that just Jacoby Jackson. That might have been Katie Daniels, I'm not sure. One of the 2 backup running backs, and that's going to be a first down Florida. And the immediate pressure as nobody was open. Tank Hawkins, incomplete. 3rd and 19. Tebow gonna drop back. Gonna throw out to Mizell as it should have been intercepted. Alright. 17-17 with 2:06 remaining here in the 4th quarter. There's a huge play out to Aiden Mizell. And that's going to put the Gators in prime territory to be able to score, hopefully, before the end of the game. Give or take, Tebow doesn't throw a bad interception. That's going to be out to Smith, the transfer quarterback, for another Florida first down. CJ Smith here. And Tebow's going to get sacked. Had nowhere to go there. 2nd and 27 or 22? I'm sorry, there's so many numbers. He tries to take it, but he's only going to get 1 yard. 3rd and 21 now. The Gators need a chance to try and win this game. He's going to get it out to Tank Hawkins. He's going to be 2 yards short to try and take the lead here against Oklahoma. And it's going to be no good. Wide left. And Florida was somehow able to stop Oklahoma from getting any game-scoring drives as Tebow just can't avoid the pressure. To get the angle, you got to run out of the pocket. Can't run out of the pocket, you get sacked. Can't sit in the pocket, you get sacked. He's going to find Aiden Mizell, going to try and hit the Hail Mary, going to be incomplete. Realistically, you would run it here, but you really can't. Oklahoma call a timeout, then you'll have to punt. You got to hit a play here. Incomplete, and it really should have been caught. All right, here we are in overtime. Oklahoma's already scored. It's going to be a play out to Tank Hawkins. First down, Florida. Florida, if they throw an interception or fumble the ball away, Oklahoma will win it. And that's going to be swatted down, as that really could have been picked there. Threw it too late. And that's going to be a touchdown, Florida. Out to number 85. Now this time, if Florida gets a touchdown, they will have to go for 2 in these overtime rules. And that's going to go out of bounds. 2nd and 10. He's going to keep it himself and slide down. All right, we're going to try and use that Tebow play that got us those 3 rushing touchdowns. Try and get this first here. Going to get a block, but it's not going to be enough. I say we trot out the good old tush push, the tush push, QB sneak, whatever you want to call it. And they're going to get it. Tebow, 1st and 10. Throws incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. As he's going to try and keep it, but he doesn't have enough to take it out. And that's going to be 3rd and 12. Not good here. Back of the end zone, incomplete. As they're going to try and have to take a field goal here. But they're going to ice the kicker. Going to try and grab 3 off the board. And it's up and it's good. Let's just hope Florida holds Oklahoma to 3. And I don't know how all of that happened. I asked sim to offense and it simmed the rest of the game, but the Gators win. I don't know how. I don't think that they should have. But the Gators win in what should have really been double overtime, but it played triple. I don't know how. It really shouldn't have. But Tebow didn't really have the greatest game. 13 for 30, 334, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. And on the ground, -2 yards. So still haven't gotten that big rushing game that we want from Tebow. All right, here we go. Week 10, the Gators are 5-3 as we're getting ready for the rematch against the Georgia Bulldogs. So far, Tim Tebow, 157, 244, 23 touchdowns, 8 picks, 2,361 yards. And on the ground, nothing great. All right, and out trots Tim Tebow and the Florida Gators in the rematch against the Georgia Bulldogs, in which Georgia absolutely demolished Florida last season. Florida hoping to get somewhat a bit of revenge from last year's game. And it's going to be incomplete. I hate it when that happens, when I hold down square, when I'm trying to catch it, and it goes after the play, and it tries to hurry up offense, but it's going to work. It's going to pay off a little bit. EA, please fix that issue, by the way. For the turbo offense, when you try and catch the ball, and that's going to be a sack immediately, as this Florida offensive line just doesn't want to show up. 2nd and 16. And that's going to be caught by Tank Hawkins for a huge 1st down, and Tebow's already on a roll today. Man, he had 2 open receivers, but just couldn't do anything. Offensive line collapsed on him hard. 2nd and 21. And the safety pulled back. 3rd and 21. And that's going to get it out to Tank Hawkins for a Gators 1st down. How do you drop that? That's embarrassing. All right, 3rd and 10 now. And that's only going to get 3. At least, speaking of 3, the Gators will be able to get 3 as the kick is up. And it's... wow. That's... wow. Okay. Okay. I see how it is. 1st and 10 for Tim Tebow. And that's going to be a pick. Awful throw. And that's going to be a pick 6. This is already starting to look like the game against Georgia last year. Only 1 good drive of offense. Can't put points up on the board, as there's nothing here. 2nd and 10. Get it out to Boardingham. Gonna get somewhat of a 8-yard gain. 3rd and 2. And that's gonna be short of the 1st. And you know what? Why not go for it? Oh, he dropped it. I thought he had caught it. My bad. Incomplete. Wow. 17-0. And it's already a blowout lead. But a big play out to Boardingham. And Florida needs to put points on the board desperately if they want to stay in it. And that's going to be intercepted. And I simmed to the end of the game because Florida just had no chance in winning this one. And the Georgia Bulldogs pull away with a 28-6 victory. Another blowout loss to the Georgia Bulldogs. And this is starting to get embarrassing for Tim Tebow. He's washed. Sorry to say it, but he's washed. And the Florida Gators finish off the regular season with an 8-4 record, being ranked. And I don't know why in the world this is happening. I did not touch conference realignments, as that should be pretty clear. But we're going to have to face off against conference opponent in the Texas Bowl. The Arkansas Razorbacks. I would play this, but this makes no sense to play it because it's another Texas Bowl and it's against a conference opponent. That's just a little weird to me. But the Gators will go on to lose the game, even though they beat Arkansas earlier in the season. And that'll finish Tim Tebow's sophomore year at 26 touchdowns to 10 interceptions for 3,264 yards. And Tim Tebow is looking a little mid. I'd say he had a down year. I think that this was a little bit of a down year. His quarterback rating might have been a little bit higher. You pass for less touchdowns. One interception less is not great. Better on the ground with 8 rushing touchdowns. Still not as many yards as you'd like to see. And we have some breaking news. Tim Tebow has decided to transfer from the Florida Gators. So we're going to try and see what team he transferred to. And after 10 minutes of not being able to find Tebow, I think he might have... I don't know. He might not play this year. So I'm going to sim until next season and see if he ends up transferring, because he's not on this Florida team anymore, that's for sure. And ladies and gentlemen, after I simmed a season because I couldn't see him on any roster, I simmed another season. He is still not on a single roster. So it looks like Tim Tebow took his ball and went home. So that's how this episode's going to end, ladies and gentlemen. Tim Tebow quits on the Florida Gators after 2 very overrated, not so great seasons with the Florida Gators. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure you leave a like down below and subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment down below what type of video you guys want to see next from me. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later.